What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the pink dungeon, giving it to you, in the green dungeon actually, giving it to you real raw, rugged, and I'm gonna let bro introduce himself, man. Who we got?
Being here with Digital Nas today. Gang, gang.
Hey,
That's my
man.
man.
Second time doing this interview. This I'm glad we doing this over because last time I interviewed him, I actually wasn't in a good mood, kind of mad 'cause I lost the audio to my last interview to something else. But cool guy. So we're just gonna redo this interview, man, like it never happened. So tell the people who is Digital Nas for the people that really don't know who Digital Nas is.
Digital Nas is Nas with the digital in front of it who makes beats.
And I was actually talking with somebody this last time. I was saying that why would you call yourself Digital Nas? Because um, there's already another Nas, and I think your response was something like, you didn't expect it to be this big, right?
Yeah, I never ever expected to be a someone. Ever.
So now that you are someone, are you taking it well? Like, is the fame overwhelming, or do you like the fame, or how's that?
I haven't really experienced fame yet, believe it or not.
I feel like when you get a tattoo on your face or your head, you are already a little too famous. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, do people come up to you? Like, is that like a? Do you want to make that your trademark, like the tattoo on the head?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Hey man, show it for the people, man. Exactly what is it?
It's a dragon.
Mm. What was the inspiration behind it?
I really love dragons. I have dragons tatted all over me. I just like dragons. I feel like I'm the kid with the dragon tattoo.
Are you like into like Chinese things? I know like dragon and Chinese go to. Okay, so what are you into Chinese wise?
Everything. I love Asian girls. If you're an Asian girl watching this interview, follow me on Twitter at Digital Nas. But I love anything Asian. I love the culture. Like I love that culture.
Hey man, I might have to put you in with some Asian hoes, man. I know too many Asian hoes. You know what I'm saying, man? Goddamn digital hoe, digital Asian. Goddamn, I have to put them on, man. But let's go back into you as a kid, man. What were you listening to when you were a kid?
I was listening to like Panic at the Disco, and I was listening to Pharrell. I was listening to. I don't really listen to too much rap besides Pharrell. Panic at the Disco. I listened to a lot of punk rock, Germs. I listened to Dead Kennedys. All the songs that was in the Tony Hawk games.
You know, it's funny because after our first interview, I was talking to my friend Nate. He's a big fan of you, and I was like, I really like his voice caught me off guard. I thought you was gonna have like some super like down south like Atlanta accent, like we're good with your cuz, like that way. That's what I thought you was gonna talk, and you really threw me off guard. So is that like a thing that happens when people like? Niggas, you a producer, a rapper? Like it caught me off guard. Is that a? Do people are surprised by like how proper and well spoken you are?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but I went to school for law. I was in law school on a full scholarship. I dropped out from music though, but I was on a full scholarship at Georgia State. I was in law school, pre-law.
What made you do that? Like, what was your interest in law?
My dad made me do it.
Mm.
That's why I dropped out.
Well, are you a fan of the shows like First 48? You watch stuff like that?
Yeah, I used to. I never wanted to be a lawyer. My dad wanted me to be one, and I just wanted to make him happy. And then I realized I was wasting my time.
Mm. How long were you in before you dropped out?
2 years.
2 years. So, like, do you ever use that knowledge you learned of the law, or is that just things you just forgot about? Like examples? Like, how is that useful to you?
Like an example, I own my own record label, and I release my own music and everything I produced under my label, and I can legally do that because I'm the producer of the track.
So, I know a lot of musicians have lawyers and stuff. Are you your own lawyer, or do you have another lawyer?
No, I have a lawyer, attorney.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, yeah. As a kid, you said you started growing up listening to punk rap, I mean, punk rock and things like that. When did you really, really get into, I guess, rap?
High school, when I first started high school, that's when I really started listening to rap like crazy. I started listening. My first, it's crazy. I started listening to a lot of underground rap, like Young Simi, Chris Travis, Xavier Wolf. I really didn't listen to much rap unless it was underground. And then recently, these past 2 years, I've been listening to a lot of Drake. Like I really like Drake.
Okay. Have you listened to More Life yet?
Yeah, I love that compilation.
Any favorite songs on there?
Passion Fruit.
It's fire. That's fire. I fuck with Passion Fruit. That's fire. Well, okay. Well, in high school, is that when you started doing music, or when did you get into making music?
I got into it my senior year in high school. So about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah.
Was it rap then, or was it mixed with a little punk rock like your influences?
It was for sure rap. I made my first beat after listening to a Lex Luger beat. I definitely rap. I started producing rap.
Do you ever see yourself getting into the punk rock like Lil Wayne or Rebirth or something like that?
Shit, I want to. That's definitely in plan to do. Like that's definitely in my future plans. I would love to do that.
Okay. Exactly. What would you want to do? Would you want to be the front man, or you want to be the guitarist? What would you want to be doing that?
Definitely the front man because I love attention.
Okay. Well, how long did it take you to necessarily get the buzz? Like people be like, "Oh, that's Digital Nas," and not be like, "Oh, that's Nas on the internet." Like they know who Digital Nas is.
Uh, what was the question again?
Like, how long did it take you to basically, or when did it? Not how long, but when did it? When did you realize that you had a name for yourself? Like people knew who you were.
After I dropped I would say after I did a little boat with Yachty, that's when like people was like, oh okay. And then when I dropped Run It with Carti and Yachty, that's when it was like, oh okay. I seen your name before, so yeah.
Okay. And this is speaking of being like how big you are, how relevant you are. I want to talk. I want to talk this about you because my friend, he's like I said, big fan of you. He also is a rapper, and he asks people like, how much do you charge? This, blah, blah, blah. How do rappers and producers that are not big name, like I guess you could say SoundCloud rappers, how do you guys? Well, not saying you're a SoundCloud rapper, but how do you think like people come up with their prices and things like that? Like you as a producer, how do you come up with your price of how much you think that your beat is worth?
Man, if I'm gonna come clean, I don't even know. Like my manager does all that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
If I was to me personally, if I fuck with an artist, I'm gonna give them beats for free. But I guess I can't do that anymore. So, manager.
I mean that's real though because I don't know personally when he tells me how so much these rappers are charging, I'm like, yo, these niggas are not that big to be charging
Yeah,
2,000 for a feature. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
so I'm glad that you're humble, even though to say that if you like their music, you would do it off the strength of you liking their music. So I don't know. I feel like should be more people like Digital Nas in the music
yeah.
industry.
Everyone I've worked. Yeah, everyone. I'm not. I know I'm not no damn Pharrell yet. Pharrell's my biggest inspiration, as you can probably tell. But I'm not no Pharrell yet. Like I work with people off the strength that I like their music. Like everyone I put records out with, I've never charged them ever.
Hey man, I feel like more people should be like that. And speaking of people who you made records with, and we just mentioned his name Yachty, how exactly did you come in contact with Yachty?
I met him through a mutual friend in like 2015 or something like 2015. My roommate knew him already, and I guess he knew who I was. At the time, I was working with a lot of underground rappers, so he brought him to my loft, and we kicked it off from there. Like I was like, yo, this kid looks so fire, and then started working with him.
How long did it take you guys to build a chemistry in the studio? Did it come naturally, or did you guys have to make several songs to be like, yeah, this is how we going, like this is our style?
It was literally so natural to the point where the day I met him, the day we made a song, like the day I met him, we made a song, literally.
And it seems like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can test this more. He seems like a really like a good guy, like a good, humble, nice guy. Is that nice? I mean, is that a correct to say?
Very humble,
Okay.
yeah, very
Okay.
humble.
And I think you said last time, if I'm not mistaken, you said you don't really work with too many people in his little crew outside of him, correct?
Um, I like Cody Shane. That's my little sis. I like Cody Shane a lot. Did you do an interview with her?
I did do an interview with her.
Yeah, I saw that interview. Yeah, I like Cody Shane a lot. I work with Cody Shane. I work with K Supreme. Like K Supreme's another one of my bros, like close friend. Um, I, I like Perry too. I haven't worked with Perry, but I like Perry. I like J Bands. I love J Bands. I would work with people in his camp, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, speaking about people who you'll work with, who knows? Somebody could see this. So, who else would you want to work with? Not even like people like Pharrell, like the obvious like big names. Who are people? I guess you could say, just in the Atlanta scene or just in the rap scene that just aren't super big names that you could see yourself working with in the future soon.
Young Nudie, that nigga go hard.
Hey,
Young,
I fuck with Nudi's hard. Nudi's hard.
Young Nudie go hard. I want to work with him. I want to work with. It's an artist in LA called. His name is Lil Peep. I don't know if you heard of him.
Heard him before. Yep.
I want to work with Lil Peep, and as far as that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Young Nudie, Lil Peep. That's who I've been watching lately.
I knew Young Nudie was a cold nigga when I interviewed him, and before the interview, he took 10 minutes to roll a blunt, and the interview was 6 minutes. I was like, "This is a real nigga right here." This nigga was he was really cautious about he was rolling that blunt. Nigga interviewed me for 6 minutes. I was like, "Yeah, this is a real ass nigga right here." But speaking of people also he worked with, everybody keeps asking me to ask you about him. Carti. I interviewed you probably like I don't know like 2 3 weeks ago, and it's been more updates about the album. So just talk about your relationship with Carti and your relation to his new album that's finna drop.
I know for sure I have one guaranteed placement just because his management hit my management up for the paperwork. I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit might not come out until next year.
Wow. Hold on. Did,
'Cause
you kind of broke up. Are you saying that his album may not come into next year? Because you kind of broke up.
yeah, it might not come until like next year, or maybe not ever come out.
What makes you say that?
Because like just from talking to his management, it's a lot of producer problems going on. It's a lot of like producers not getting paid going on. Like it's a lot of shit going on. Like I doubt that project will come out anytime soon.
So you don't think it's coming out this month? Because you know they supposed to come out this month.
I don't think this month's almost over.
I mean, they got a week left. I don't know if you're gonna do a surprise drop like he got damn Beyonce or something. So you say no.
I don't think it's coming out this month.
Wow. Well, that's okay. Well, that's sad for Cardi fans out there. Well, how is it working with him? Is he difficult to work with, or is he a cool nigga to work with? Why you say that?
Because he don't finish songs.
like I'm not like say I don't go into the booth like I don't rap like does he just go and like hit like couple ad libs or just like you know how that nigga be like a monkey guy then like what you mean he'll finish on like he just do a hook and leave like what do you do?
He just do a hook and leave, dead eye.
Have you been in a studio with him or is you just emailing him?
Studio. When we made Run It, he came to my house and we recorded it.
Wow, okay.
That's another thing. Another thing. Since I do know a lot of these laws, to whoever watching this interview, if you record someone on your computer at your studio, you own the masters. Therefore, you can do whatever you want with them.
So, do you own the stuff that you've recorded for him that's supposed to be on his album?
No,
Okay,
that's what I'm sad about.
okay. So
Don't
that
own this.
okay. Well, any other things about any other interesting things about Cardi? Because he doesn't really have too many interviews. Like I don't know anything else you want to share. That was pretty interesting information right there.
Shit, man, y'all gonna have to interview him. I don't know.
Okay. Well, working in the scenes, talking about behind the scenes things, because producers are more behind the scenes than the rappers. Um, exactly. What are some interesting behind the scenes stories that you've seen and learned from being, a nice name producer in Atlanta? Like any lessons you've learned, funny stories, or just behind the scenes stories.
Behind the scenes stories. Everybody in Atlanta know everybody. Like, so when motherfuckers be having them their egos and shit, it be so funny to me because everybody, like the biggest people, come to Atlanta and be so humble because they know that's how Atlanta is. Like, I be seeing motherfuckers in New York and LA thinking they so hot, and it's like, yo, you can go into a studio and see Young Thug, like that's nothing. Like Drake, all of them, like That's nothing in Atlanta. Like that's behind. I feel like Atlanta is full of behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about.
Okay. Any specific funny stories that that you've witnessed? Funny or crazy stories?
Uh, Funny or crazy stories. It's a lot. I don't even think I should tell them though.
Yeah, nothing that's gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that.
All right. Well.
Ooh, I know a funny story.
All right. What you got?
All right, so this one kid, he spent the night at my house, and he was messing with this girl that my friend really liked, and so he found out, and the next day, or I'm pretty sure you probably heard this story before, but basically, Yachty and Kay came to my house and beat up my friend, like for messing with the girl that Yachty liked, and that was the funniest story ever. So funny.
No way Yachty got the hands. I don't see Yachty giving nigga the work, man. Yachty gave a nigga the hands for real? I don't see
Yo,
that, man.
he got some hands. That shit
Yeah.
was the funniest. That's the funniest story. Now, only reason I told that is because that story has already been told. But that story is so funny.
Okay. Well, before we get off that subject, slap boxing. You were Lil Yachty. Who winning?
Probably me.
Oh, you got hands too.
Yeah, I think I will win.
Wow. Digital Nas got the hey nigga said I might talk proper, but I beat a nigga ass, man. I like that, man. All right. Okay. Well, before we get into the fan questions, let's not just minimalize you as a producer. You do your little stuff on the mic too. So can we talk about you rapping? How's that going?
I'm really like I'm in a stage right now where I'm really experimenting, putting shit out, deleting shit, putting it out, deleting it, just to see what sticks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just experimenting right now with it.
So
I
you
just got the video too.
so I seen that. That's real though, cause basically you're admitting that you don't know your style yet, correct?
Yeah, I don't.
And I feel like that's real because people come out like, "Ooh, nigga, I was born to do this," but I respect that you saying like, "I don't even know where I'm trying to take this yet." So that's pretty, you know what I'm saying? So I like that. Where do you see yourself in rapping? Like, do you have an idea that you want, or have like a style that you want to be in?
Um, Not necessarily a style. I kind of want to just have my own like sound. I really just want to learn. I already have my own sound as a producer. Like people will hear my beats and they'll know, okay, he produced it. I want to have that same sound with making music.
Okay. Well, let's get into these fan questions before we get out of here. I know you're gonna remember this one. Young NATO, he asked, "Who's your favorite porn star?" And what you said to that last time?
I do not watch porn.
Okay, I didn't ask you this last time because I didn't know what to say, but I gotta ask you now. Is there a reason why you don't?
Because I have a girlfriend that I love very much, and I see her every day.
I was about to say, what about when you're not with it, but you with it every day? Okay, that's respectable. Uh, More fan questions. Stuff asks, I don't know if you're updated on these beat battles. If you are, who would you want to beat battle?
I would want to beat battle Metro Boomin
Wow. Why Metro?
because I'm calling him out. Because I feel like I'm better than Metro Boomin.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to Metro, man. Metro, he said, bring your little puss ass here, man. I like that, man. um, Bastion, I think that's how you say his name. He said, if you do redo this interview, which I'm doing, maybe ask him about the punk influences that's all over it. Also, would he be curious? I also would be curious to hear him if he's going to drop a tape or album anytime soon. If so, when?
Definitely no time soon.
Why not?
Because I don't even know my sound yet.
Oh man, he doing the he hitting us with the carti, man. He ain't never gonna drop, man. Okay. Um, let's see who else got questions. Two Races asks, why haven't he been on any Yachty beat placements lately?
Shit, I don't know. Be sure to look out for some coming up though on that album.
Okay.
It may have a couple on there. Not sure yet.
Okay. Stella asks a couple questions. He says, who were you working with for in 2017? What are your fave VSTs and top five producers?
Top five producers. I guess I'll answer it with starting with that. Top five producers: Zaytoven, Pharrell, well, the Neptunes, so Pharrell and Chahugo. So that's one.
Zaytoven too.
Zaytoven for the Neptunes. Timbaland, Dr. Dre, and last one. I can't forget about Kanye.
Okay, okay. He said, who are you working with this year?
Oh, I'm working with a lot of mainstream artists. I'm working with Rocky for ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, PNB Rock. I got some records with him. Who else? Famous Dads. Yeah, that's what I've been working with lately.
Okay, and he also last question was, what are your favorite VSTs?
Favorite VSTs? I like Nexus.
Mm.
Yeah.
Before we finish these fan questions, I just thought about this. Speaking about Cardi being difficult, is that a thing that you've learned? Rappers are rappers always difficult, or is it just a select few?
Select few. Like, by Yachty's probably one of my favorite people to work with. Yeah, I like working with PNB too because both of them, they when they record a track, they send it back.
Mm.
I have yet to get a track back from Cardi. I have yet to get a track back from like all those other people I named. Besides Yachty and PNB Rock, I have never ever gotten tracks back from them.
Oh, that sucks. Um, Frosted Chap, excuse me, asks, ask him how long he spends working on beats per day and how long he's been making beats.
I've been making beats for about 3 years, going on 3 years. My how much time I use a day?
Yeah.
I really wasn't making beats every day, but being at it's chop time right now, like it's really like time to really work. I've really been spending about 12 hours a day on beats as of lately.
Okay. Is that it? Let me see. User, he asked, oh yeah, I remember this question. He basically was saying that, if you're a producer with a laptop full of hard beats, what would he say would be the next step in 2017 in the context of beat leasing, type beats, chasing placements, and free or paid beats in a mixtape climate? What was the point where he went from some dude from cool beats on his computer to digital Nas? So like, what's basically your advice to get your name out there?
Send beats everywhere. Like literally, like you have nothing to lose if someone hops on your beat. If you have no name, I would say send your beats everywhere and anywhere and everywhere until people start hopping on them. And then when people start hopping on them, you start building your name. Then you can start charging. That's what I would do.
All right. Well, anything else you got to say before we get out of here, man?
Shout out to Kanye Titter. Shout out to everyone watching this. Shout out to the fans that sent them questions. I still can't believe I have fans, and I'm just thankful. Shit.
Hey, and last before we get out of here, I remember when I first interviewed him, he said, "Hey man, you sound like DJ Academics."
Yeah.
And I was already kind of mad.
I told my friends, I said, "Yo, look, I'm in an interview with DJ Academics."
And then like that was the time like when I had lost the audio file to the nigga with the ASAP interview. I was like, nigga, I'm talking. Damn me, I was kind of mad. I was like, man, nigga, shut up, man. I ain't even want to interview no more, but hey, man, I'm in a good mood. I like these digital Nas, man. Y'all listen to the brother music. Go support his music. Go follow him. What's your Instagram and Twitter and all that?
My both Instagram and Twitter is @digitalnas.
Alright, well, hey, we're gonna end it like that, and hey, until next time, y'all already know I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna